Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Angela and we are at Starlight Drive-In. Episode 3. Here we go. We're building a weapon shop today. Mostly because I have been thinking about this little weapon shop kind of on the corner here for a while since I started building, really. I kind of tried to walk through and plan out where things were going to go, and I thought this little corner down underneath this extended arm of the projector building would be an interesting little building. And of course, you can't have every shop in a raider town. You gotta have the most important ones. So, you know, they're gonna have weapons. It's, you know, just, I think it's more of maybe a small trading post, because it has lots of different weapons in it, I will say that, but there's not too many weapons. Probably because I guess it's just sort of based on what they get in or what they find, or, you know, you want to sell the best weapons you can, so, and actually make some caps, of course. So that was the idea behind this little weapon shop down in here. I don't really have a good name for it yet. So if you guys have any suggestions for a name, I mean, probably just kind of call it whatever in the video description, but, you know, of course, I will accept your suggestions. But as I'm going through and doing the floor, I thought that I would just kind of talk with you guys a little bit, just kind of give you an update. The last couple weeks have been busy, a little bit tiring. I was out of town for one of the weeks, and then this last week, I actually started working on something with some fellow YouTubers that you guys might know, and so we're hoping to get something out for you guys very, very soon, because it has already turned into a really big project, but it's going to be lots and lots of fun, and we hope you are going to enjoy it. Myself, Darkdally, and Scarecrowgaming have decided to go ahead and try to work on a machinima series. It's going to be all kinds of fun, lots of drama, a little bit of comedy here and there, you know, some feisty characters. It's definitely going to be interesting, a wild ride for sure, because I don't think any of us have made a machinima before, or at least one of this caliber before, and so you guys obviously will get some updates on that in the coming weeks. But that's if I seem a little bit more hectic with my upload schedule, whatever that even might be. I don't even think I have a good enough schedule to call it a schedule. But regardless, if I seem a little bit more space cadet than normal, that's probably why. Aside from that, I have been trying to work on some more building in Starlight Drive-In. I know that this is a little bit of a, I don't want to say it's kind of a cheap video, because it's just a small little place, because obviously I am building and you guys are watching. But this corner has been giving me so many problems, and I really wanted to just kind of get this done over here so I can just move on from it, because I can't use my place anywhere tool like I want to, especially in that garden area, which is where I wanted to build next. I had started to film a video over there, and it's just not working. I'm forced to use the concrete pillar because something in those plants has glitched out really hard. It's riding the struggle bus, and so it's been a hassle to try to film that for you guys. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go ahead and work on it on my own, and then you guys will get a small, maybe a 5-minute, 10-minute, probably not even 10 minutes, probably a 5-minute video of kind of what I've done over there, just to keep you updated on how the settlement is going and moving along, and then we can get back to the regular Let's Builds. I'm also trying to finish up a building, or I guess a tour video that at Coastal Cottage, so that one has been taking me forever to do, because I've put in a lot of time thinking about the lore and the story behind every little piece, you know, that fits in with these characters that I've put there. So I think you guys will like it. It's definitely different. Well, okay. I say it's different. It's not that different. But there are a few twists that I have not seen in other builds yet. So, you know, kind of excited about that, and I hope you guys will enjoy it when I finally get it finished. I'm hoping to get it done in the next week or so. But don't hold me to that, because, you know, life throws curveballs at you as soon as you try to make promises. So, yeah, there's that. And I'm also looking for some suggestions on future builds. I've gotten the castle suggested a couple times. I have gotten Sanctuary a couple times. Outpost Zamonja I've gotten once, and then also Red Rocket. So, you know, if you guys have any definite ideas, things that you'd like to see, things you'd like to, you know, places you'd like to see me build, that kind of thing, I would definitely be open to the challenge. And I would try to definitely make that work for you guys. So that's just a little bit of an update on what's going on in my life with the channel. I'm trying, you know, since it's summertime, or at least it's very, very close to summertime, I'm trying to be a little bit more social and trying to get some of this uploading done, you know, on a regular basis. So I might be popping into some live streams a little bit more often, just saying hi. So, you know, of course, if there's anyone out there that live streams regularly and you want me to stop in and chat, that would be fantastic. Let me know about that. I always enjoy seeing what other people are working on, and even just playing, you know, seeing what other games people are playing. There's been kind of an uptick in Fallout 3 recently, at least in the live streams that I've noticed. So, I mean, of course, I'm not opposed to watching anything like that. I am a Fallout fan through and through, even though Fallout 3 is probably my least favorite. But, you know, I think it would have been better if they'd had, you know, maybe a building mechanic in Fallout 3. Obviously, that's the part that I played the most in any Fallout game. It's the most I play in, like, any game. So here we go. We're going to add in, now that the main skeleton of the building is finished, I'm going to go in and add a sort of a display case for some weapons. And I wanted it to look super ramshackle like the rest of the Raider settlement, like the rest of the building itself. So I went ahead and I'm using these kind of half wood pieces, or half wall pieces made out of wood, and then some tetanus inducing chain link fence. Of course, you know, it's got to be secure but not too secure, you know. I really like how cozy this entire little building feels. This entire, the entire settlement so far has actually kind of taken on this really just cozy, kind of almost close-knit feel. Like they just sort of started building on top of each other. And I think that's really what I was going for when I was trying to figure out how I was going to build up and around all of this existing structure. And I'm glad that it's turning out like I had hoped it would turn out. It's always a bummer when it doesn't exactly turn out like you want it to. So this part, I'm adding in these supports to kind of break up this this wall piece here, and that wall piece on the right that I had just put in a little bit ago, I am going to end up taking it out because I realized after I had wanted this entire thing to be a giant display case, but then I realized, how are they going to get the guns in and out of the case? So I thought maybe I should make a closet or just sort of an entryway here. So my first initial thought here was that I would put a doorway in, because that's just the easiest thing to snap a door into, obviously. But this is too tall for anything to even... It would just glitch through the floor upstairs, in through the brothel, and I don't think Madame Rosemary would like that. So I go ahead and just put a door in here. Thanks to a mod that I have, I can go ahead and do that. I can't remember who does that mod, but maybe I'll find it and link it in the description if you guys don't have it already. It's a must-have for any of the Fallout builders in the community, playing on PlayStation 4, of course. And this, we're just going to add in some wood paneling, a little bit rougher wood paneling, there we go. We're going to add in some wood paneling to just sort of close up that gap. And I wanted there to be some way that it would not look like, from the other side, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it as I walk by this case, but you can see all the way back into that closet, and I didn't want that. So I did go into CVA, which is another fantastic mod that everyone on PS4 should at least attempt. It's a little bit confusing to use at first, but the attempt it's so worth it if you attempt it. Anyway, I went into CVA and I found some of those just sort of hanging curtain things. They're just sort of fabric that's just sort of hanging, and some of them are swaying in the breeze, that kind of thing. So I went in and added that in behind the display case, or along that, in between the door and the case, so that it looks like you can just kind of pull the curtain aside, walk through, gives it a little bit of privacy in there, but not anything too crazy like a door, because I don't plan my builds out that intense where I can just put doors in wherever I want. And here we're gonna put in some of these cinder blocks to finish out this wall, because of course I don't plan very well and the wall is too small to put in even just a half wall. Otherwise it would just glitch through the shack, like the wood floor and roof piece that I'd put in earlier there. So these concrete blocks have been a total lifesaver for that kind of thing. I use them all the time now, and I actually use them and the CVA, just the individual wood pieces, the boards, I guess you could say. Those are what they're called, Angela. The wood boards, I use those to make shelving and supports and all that. And I've been using them a lot in Coastal Cottage. So hopefully you guys will see that very soon as well. I think at this point I'm just rambling on. I'm almost finished with this little building part of this pole here to kind of add in some support will be the last thing, and then we're going to go ahead and head on to the tour. Here we go. Here is our weapons shop. It looks awesome how it just sort of blends in seamlessly, like it's always been there. That's one of my favorite parts about trying to build here, is making it all fit and look like it's just sort of works. So we come in through the under the scaffolding, and on the left there's a counter, and on the right here is a bunch of some ammo, and that cannon that I think is so funny. It looks like they stole it from, the Concord Museum or something, and they're trying to sell it. Like, what raider is gonna buy a cannon? But over there, we've got our teller, our salesman, with his pack helmet. This looks very pack-ish. There's the curtain that I was telling you guys about a second ago. And there's our tiny little hole-in-the-wall weapon shop. It's very small, but, I think it fits, definitely. The decoration took me the longest to do because I did go a little bit overboard with some of the ammo. The ammo and the grenades, I wanted it to actually feel like it had something in it and it wasn't just, a shell of a building for sure. But the display case turned out cool, for sure. And I love those Christmas lights. You guys are going to see Christmas lights in more of my builds since the CVA mod added them recently. But yeah, that's the tour, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I didn't bore you too much with my rambling. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more of what I'm working on, feel free to subscribe. And don't forget, you can also find me on Twitter at CommonwealthCourier if that's more your thing. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.